name is Eric, and this is Breezy B Metal. And today we're going to talk about the 1/4 inch radius punch that is from MetalPro. So sometimes on your square stock, and I just have pieces of some different sizes of flat bar, sometimes you want to take a corner and you want to crop it and put a type of radius on there, you know, round it over a little bit. For years what I did was I took the belt grinder, and after you're done, you know, the edges are kind of sharp, you want to make them look a little professional with a little rounded corner. So you'd go over there and you'd kind of go back and forth on the belt grinder, and sometimes, you know, if you push a little bit, you get a nice little, where it shaves a little. Then you go to do the other side, and then you push too much and it just blows through it. Now you got one like a perfect radius, and the other one is all wonky and looks totally not uniform. So the punch that's from MetalPro, there's different size of radius that you can get. This one happens to be a 1/4 inch, and when you set this up in the machine, and I'm not going to show you now how to set it up, but it's basically the same as setting up a square punch. When you put the punch in the die, you need to make sure that when they're together that they're orientated right, because it has to go in there a certain direction. The round punch, yeah, you have to make sure it goes in there, but you can turn it whatever, it's still going to go in because it's round. This one here has a different shape to it, and you have to make sure that they made up properly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my cameraman Ethan, he's going to come over here and get a close-up shot, and what we're going to do is we're going to take a couple samples. I have 1/8 inch, I have 3/16, and then I have a piece of 1/4 inch, and what we're going to do is we're going to put it in there and we're going to clip these square corners. Alright, ready, Ethan? Let's do it. So, I talked to Zach at MetalPro and asked him about the specifications for the punch, like what's the thickest metal I can put in here. He said really this one, which is the 1/4 inch radius, is rated for 1/4 inch material or less, but you could probably put some thicker stuff in there. He says he doesn't know how well that the radius would come out, so we're gonna do some thicker stuff and see how that works out. So let's do, this is a piece of 1/8 inch flat bar. So on this one here, and Ethan, if you get a shot down here, kind of coming this way, there's a shelf on there, and what you do is you take your piece and you slide it in, and what it'll do is it'll fit where the corner is pointed directly in there, and then when the punch goes down, it'll just clip just the edge off. So what I found out is, you got to remember, the strippers are, you always have to have your strippers in place. But when you get smaller pieces, just make sure you don't get your thumb too close, because when it starts cropping that corner, it lifts the piece up and you don't want to get your thumb caught in there. So I found out too that when it starts doing the cut, to make sure as it's pushing the material up in the air a little bit, kind of put some forward, like down pressure on it, and it helps it. So here we go, let's back up a little bit. Ready? So we're going to go up with this. So it's above the die. I'm going to slip it in here, and like I said, I'm going to make sure that my thumb's nowhere near that stripper, and I'll push down on it. Look at that. Nice corner. Let's do it again. That one, maybe I didn't have it seated in there enough. Look at, it's kind of off opposed to the other one. So let's try it again. You got to make sure you have it pushed in and it's seated in there right. Not bad. Let's do it again. Not bad. Now what I found out too, if you get your radius where they were kind of uniform, you still may have to go over to the belt grinder because there'll be some burrs on there, but all you have to do is just tap it or take a piece of sandpaper and hit on there so you don't have those little sharp edges, but at least you'll have a uniform look. You know, I can't stand it. You know, you got your piece, you went through all the problem to get what you wanted. Then you go over to the belt grinder and you go ahead and you're hitting it, and it's like you get 3 out of the 4 just right, and then on your 4th one you blast through it and you went too far, and it's like, wow, it doesn't look right. So if you get them uniform, you know, it's looking good. So next what we're going to do is, now this piece is just an old piece I had laying over there. We're going to go ahead, this is I think 3/16 material. We're going to go ahead and crop this one and see what happens. Now see, this edge on here is kind of cut crooked from whatever, like I said, it was laying on the ground in the pile of scrap. So we'll see if this is a problem with that. Yeah, see, let me find a better corner. Let's try this one, it's more better. Yeah, see? So if your material isn't all jacked up and it's just a clean square corner, it likes it better because it seats it in there. Let's do, this one's not bad, let's try this one. Yep, see? Better. Okay, now, 1/4" material. And this one here's got kind of a wonky cut on this side, but we'll see what happens. So remember, MetalPro was telling me that this was really for more 1/4" material. This is a 1/4" piece. After we do this one, we're going to take a piece of 3/8 flat bar, we're going to clip it and see what happens. See that? And like I said, you may have to hit it with the sandpaper or just touch it in the belt grinder to clean it up, but at least it has your radius going. Okay, not bad. After this, we're going to go over and clean it up, and then we'll take some like before and after shot. Okay, so here's a piece of 3/8 flat bar. It's kind of sharper where it was cut before, so I don't think that'll be a problem. Let's try it. Yeah, see, it kind of nibbled it. Let's see if we can get a better bite. Gotta make sure I set that in there right. Yeah, see, 3/8 is kind of struggling on it. Okay, so let me go over and we are going to hit, we'll take that 1/4" and see, let's see. So you can get some close-ups. So the radius came out nice. But again, you know, it's sharp here. So what I'll do is maybe I'll take a regular piece of sandpaper. Let's clean up 2 of the edges just with the sandpaper, and then I'll put it out the other 2 on the belt grinder. So we'll see, because it's so easy, or a whole lot easier to do it just with the sandpaper. Yeah, see, that's not bad. It just gets the burrs off. Okay, now these 2, let me hit them in the belt grinder and see if it comes out any better. So let's make a mark so I don't mix up my sides. All right, watch your eyes, Ethan. Okay, so the X, this is from the belt grinder, which I could have spent more time, but just shows you if you take regular sandpaper and just hit the burrs, it's faster, easier, and see how it's kind of taken off too much with the belt grinder. So maybe just the regular sandpaper is the way to go, or just take a file and hit it a couple times on there. But see how you can make it look nice and neat without those sharp corners. So we're going to use this as just kind of a preliminary to a project that I'm going to be doing soon. We're going to be making a new welding table. We're going to be taking the top off of this table here, and we're going to be putting it on a new chassis. This table came out good, but the only problem is, as far as having it level, I had issues with it. So I'm going to try something different with the next table. But where it comes to clipping these corners, I'm going to have some heavy duty angle, either 1/4 inch or 5/16 angle, that are going to hold some heavy duty casters so this thing can wheel around, some locking casters. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to clip the end so your ankle isn't going to get taken out by a sharp corner. So anyway, I think it's a good tool, and if you had to go over and, you know, or make a jig, I have another belt grinder. If you have to make a jig to put these on there, or just use the belt grinder, it's going to take some time. When, you know, the 1/4 inch radius tool did it in a second. So anyway, I think it's a win, and I think it looks good, and I think it's going to come in handy for more projects to come. So again, this is Breezy B Metal. Make sure you thumbs up and like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.